folks, David Martin, Dave Kirk Automotive. Just wanted to go through our new 2011 Chevy HD chassis versus our new old 2010 HD chassis. I'm going to go over a few of the changes with you over the next few minutes on this video. First thing we're going to notice is our big, fully boxed frame. That's going to withstand a lot of pressure, a lot of load that we're putting under the truck. We do have a new payload capacity of about 6635 this year. Towing capacities went up. This new frame's really going to handle doing the hard work of the job for you. Next thing, we're going to move over. We're going to move over here to the leaf springs. We got a 3-inch asymmetrical design leaf spring versus previous year, last year 2010, of a 2.5 inch. One advantage we're going to get out of this 3-inch leaf spring is a reduced wheel hop. It's an asymmetrical design. Under load, we're going to get a reduced wheel hop, therefore a better ride out of the vehicle. Moving on next, we're going to go to our new trailer hitch. Fully boxed, like we said, it's a square design versus the tubular design from last year. 17,000 pounds towing capacity on this hitch versus about 15,000 from last year. One thing we're going to notice here is our safety chain mounts. Sturdier, stronger, overall beefier, heavier duty mount to fit the heavy duty truck. Okay. Next we're going to move on up here to our new wheels and tires. This year we are getting a wider wheel and tire. 2500 models do give the option to go up to a 20-inch wheel, which has been something our customers have been asking for a long time. GM decided to do it for us. So here we got a wider tire versus the old 16-inch wide tire. Gives you better traction, better contact path onto the ground, which increases your stability and everything while you're under load.
Now, what about the gooseneck hitch on this, David?
Gooseneck hitch on this truck, this year they have actually pre-drilled the frame for us. Third-party outfitters have requested this from us. GM once again gave to us what we've asked for. Pre-drilled on the new body side, turns about an hour job of mounting a fifth wheel hitch into about a 15-minute job for you.
And this is the previous iteration, so you know where would they have had to drill through here?
They would have had to drill through the frame in this area to get the fifth wheel right over the top, and no more wondering if you've got it centered. It's already drilled. You'll get a centered mount every time, perfect mount in no time.
Well, here, let me show it. Could you point it out over here for me?
Absolutely. Got it pre-drilled right here. Get in, get your bolts in, mount it, you're good to go.
Yeah, I can see it all right there. Is that what this up top here is for too?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it's for.
All right. And also, there's some states, I guess, that if you drill on the frame, will consider it frame modification.
Yes.
If you get a real stickler, they're going to report that on the title, aren't they?
Exactly.
All right.
You can't get the frame damage. That's going to do nothing but cause trouble for you and your new truck. Like we were talking about earlier with our leaf spring design, this is the previous year, 2.5-inch leaf spring. Like we said before, we went about 20% bigger up to the 3-inch leaf spring.
Now, is that going to help you with axle wrap too on a heavy load?
Absolutely. It's going to reduce wheel hop on our side, where this side we ran into a little trouble in previous years.
All right.
Another thing we'll notice when we come off this rear leaf spring is our rear hanger. You'll notice it's got about 8 rivets in through there. Once we get to the other side, I'll go over the other side with you. We're fully welded now. No more rivets on the entire frame like previous years. Moving on down, notice the C-channel frame versus our fully boxed frame on the other side.
Now, one thing I was noticing here, when I first walked, I noticed you had a cross member here and not on the other side, but then I see all these over here. Well, I mean, what's going on with this on the new one?
We lost a cross member right here to accommodate for our new gas tank. We have about a 36-gallon gas tank that's going to get us in the range of about 680 miles on our fuel range, which is a vast improvement over previous years. You do in fact gain another cross member walking down the truck. We've got a total of 9 cross members versus 8 in previous years. Our leading competitors, Dodge and Ford, the most you're going to get out of those guys is about 6.
And I've noticed here too, look at this. No, it seemed to be a lot wider.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually boxed instead of
fully boxed. Wider is going to give you more stiffness, more overall rigidity in the frame. It's going to reduce your bendness and under load, and to handle all the power that this new Duramax is putting out, which is about 397 horse, 765 pounds of torque.
Yeah, and look at it's got flanges here versus just a straight bolt up.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've extended those flanges out. Looks like a good 8 inches.
Yep. Now we'll move on over here. We're going to look at our torsion bar. Previous year torsion bar versus our new torsion bar. On our new 2011 HD truck, which does have a gross axle weight rating of about 6,000 pounds, we're going to get a bolt under here that is going to allow us to raise the front end of 2 inches to accommodate for a snowplow.
Could it be for anything unload, like if you have a big old heavy push bar or a winch or something?
Put a winch on the front, brush guard. That you crank that bolt, you're going to get 2 inches out of it. You'll need to get your front end aligned, and that's where the cost ends.
All right.
So moving on to our new suspension here, we still have the independent front suspension on the other side. If you'll notice on our control arms, we did mount them above the frame versus below the frame on our fully boxed frame there. Shock mounts. We got a more. If you look at the 2010, you got a less sturdy shock mount. 2011, we got 2 big bolts on there, mounted above the fully boxed frame on this mount here, as you can see.
Yeah, you're going to get a little bit more travel out of that too?
More travel, which accommodates for better ride off-road and on-road, whichever you choose.
Now looking here, it looks like we've got, I mean, maybe it's me, but I'm noticing the difference here on the brakes.
Oh yeah.
They, I mean, first off, those, yeah, they look bigger.
Yep. Our new brakes in the 2011 HD trucks are going to be 14 inches all the way around. They're going to give you more braking because, in essence, we can haul more. We can haul about 21,600 pounds on the gooseneck. You can haul anything, you've got to be able to stop it.
Yeah.
These new 14-inch brakes are really going to help us stop it. If you notice here, this yellow link we've had painted here, that's a sway bar link on our 2011. That's actually the only carryover part from 2011 to 2010. We have completely redesigned this chassis from the ground up. Like I said before, that's the only carryover part. So you could tell GM's really put some time and effort into this chassis.
Now it looks here, yeah, up to 6,000 pounds on a gross axle weighting. Is that directly related to our newer, beefier, setup there?
Absolutely. We've got a hydroformed, fully boxed chassis. That's going to give us the weight. We got cast iron. We got full forged control arms, which are actually, in essence, a lighter weight but more strong, give you more capability in your front gross axle weight ratings there. Yeah. Moving on down, notice before, like we went over before, our torsion bar, bigger, beefier, just like everything else on this chassis.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger there.
A lot bigger.
Now let me ask you this, on the previous generation, could you actually, do that 2-inch adjustment you were talking about?
2-inch adjustment could be done in previous years, but you would actually need to replace the torsion keys to do that. That's no longer a thing. You get under there, you crank your bolt a couple turns, that gives you your 2 inches, therefore saving on your cost.
And since you're staying with Chevy parts, GM parts is not going to do anything to your warranty.
Not going to do anything to your warranty. Bring it to your local Chevy garage, have them crank your bolt, have them do a front end alignment, the cost is over. No changing coil springs like other models that we're running into.
Okay.
Moving on down here, we went over the gas tank before. 36 gallons, going to get you about 680 miles to a tank of gas, depending on driving habits. New hydraulic body mounts here on our new HD truck. We're going to a full hydraulic mount that's located at the rear of the cab and extended cabs and the crew cabs. That's going to improve your ride quality, better isolating the cab, giving you a better ride inside the truck.
Yeah, going to try to help out on that bed mount, isn't it?
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. Now here we are. We're back to that hanger on that leaf spring. We went over the one on the other side on the 2010. Here we are, fully welded, no more rivets.
All right, let me show the guys that. Yes, yeah, you can see, fully welded all the way through. Not tack welded either. I mean, it's an actual weld. Here, let me show them the other side here real quick. Yeah, it was riveted there. Do you know why they did that? I mean, were there really any failures, or was it just an improvement they did?
Not so much of a failure, but just, when you have a bolt and a rivet running through and you get the noise and the vibration, things can work loose. You can't work a weld loose. It's going to give you overall just more strength and more support there on your rear leaf springs.
Yeah, that's a lot better of a mount, not just the rivets, but the size too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that pretty much goes over everything on our new 2011 HD truck. Thank you for watching.
If you have any questions, just give us a buzz up here. Number's 931-484-5151. Dave Kirk Automotive. 931-484-5151. And plus, if you want to see this setup, because it's really rare to be able to see the frame strip down like that and the differences, come on up. We'd be more than happy to show you. We're going to have it for the next couple weeks. Thanks a lot.